I think a lot of us have not valued what it is that we enjoyed doing when we were younger. And I say this because I hear a lot of people saying, I used to really enjoy doing XYZ thing, and they no longer do that by virtue of perhaps school or perhaps a lack of resources or perhaps because people around them didn't like doing the things and so they left the things. But I've realized, my friends, that I am happiest oftentimes when I'm doing the little things that I enjoyed doing when I was a child. And so I encourage every single person to reach into themselves and to look at the things that they did when they were a child. So I used to love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As a child. I used to love creating decks and bugging my brother all the time about, hey, you know, play with me, dude, and then he'd slap me down, and then I'd ask me, play with me, dude, and he'd be like, fine, and then he'd inevitably cheat, and I'd get pissed off. And it never occurred to me how important the building of a strategy really is in my life. It's not necessarily about the game. The game was fun, sure, but it is the strategy. It is the building of something that I genuinely enjoy. Each of these cards in this deck builds a strategy. It's 100 cards. There's a commander. This game is called Commander in Magic. I actually record Commander games on Sunday nights because I still want to keep that child part of myself. So each of these cards, it builds the entirety of the deck. And each of these cards to me is like the people that I need, the systems, the technology that I need, the overarching philosophy of the piece. I make sure that these decks, for instance, are budget, meaning that most of these cards cost less than $1. And that makes it so that I'm stuck in that constraint, that I don't want to build something that's going to blow everyone out of the water, but I want to build something fun and interesting for me to play. And so, and the reason that I do this is because I'm fairly frugal, because I don't want to be spending superfluously on the things that I enjoy doing, because I know that I'm trying to build some shit. And in order to build some shit, you invest first and spend afterwards. So I spend maybe about 20% of the income that I technically have to spend on fun stuff, on stuff like this, or going out and having fun, and buying some food or something. But every single time I sit down and I make these decks or I order some cards and they come in and I look at the mail, I'm like, dude, like, incredible. Absolutely, like, so much fun that I can just lose myself for hours just looking at these beautiful pieces of art. And let me show you. I don't know if that's gonna zoom in. You know, these pieces of art that they have all these abilities and stuff, and it just reminds me of my childhood. And I think it's very, very important to have things that bring out the child self in us. For me, a lot of these colors in these paintings, a lot of the strokes in these paintings, you know, are like that. When I make music, and perhaps you're hearing one of my songs in the background of this one, but I know they've been included in other videos. The freedom, the childish freedom of being a creative spirit, it's very important to me. I was hearing Dan Martell, who is a billionaire, who has like kind of I believe a workout company. I'm not even sure what he sells, but he's wealthy and he likes to help people. And so he was talking about the concept of when we're trying to become powerful in life, often we feel that power comes to the level of seriousness. I made a video a long time ago called something like The Power of a Fool or something. The power of playing the fool. And I made some I looked back at it the other day, and I mean, I like to think I made some pretty cool points about the ability of us to be humble in life and to allow others to talk and to spend that time to listen, or to be the jokester to relieve anxiety in a situation. You know, I think that's one of the stages of becoming very emotionally intelligent, or more emotionally intelligent, is realizing that we actually have a role to play. in the situations that you and I are in. And to leverage our communication skills, our body language, our ideas, our humor, whatever it is, to make those situations more pleasant for us and the people around us. And invariably, that actually allows us to do more with those situations. It gives us a lot more space to breathe, create nuance, novelty in life, which inevitably, I believe, makes us feel better about living, enjoy our life. So I say all this to say that if you are considering leaving behind your child self in the pursuit of growing up, my friend, look inside of you and realize that if your child self is not happy, you will never be happy. You know? I think some of the most powerful people in society are those that have not experienced the level of love perhaps that they want in life. And in aspiring to get that love, they help as many people as they can. And it's a cruel cycle, strangely enough. But it's a necessary one, perhaps one that belongs deeply embedded in nature. You know? I wonder if that plant that was, I don't know, that got urinated on in the corner, that when it was transplanted in the middle of all the other plants that actually help grow those plants more. Something inside of me tells me that that's just an innate thing in the universe. So make sure to nurture that part of you, that part that we just found immense joy in, because then you can laugh and enjoy, and other people will look at you strange, perhaps. Other people will look at most laughers strange, but invariably they will start laughing as well, if the mission is pure enough. So don't worry too much about trying to grow up fast. I tell this to myself all the time. Our 100% one day is going to be completely different 100% the next day. There's a level of consistency, obviously, in action, but you never know what life will throw at us. And that's kind of why I make these videos. Sure, you know, I could constantly be making videos about business and the brand and whatnot, but this is the brand. Actualize your potential catalyst. This world needs you. Take care of yourself. Hope to see you soon.